So if we break it down, yes, I'm on my knees. So if we break it down, we got this going on. The first part, basically pentatonic, but we do the go forward 2 steps, 1 back, and keep going that way. So it's kind of like that thing. So that's the part in B. The next section is in D. So D is this crazy little, I don't know where it came from, but it's funny because I did the video, and like, I mean, when you're a true rock player, it's almost like you can't repeat some stuff perfectly because there's a feel going on and there's an energy, but it's hard to duplicate. Eddie couldn't do it. Randy Rhoads couldn't do it. There's a lot of players that Jimmy Page definitely couldn't do it. He couldn't play the same thing twice. But that's what kind of makes the spirit of that kind of playing so appealing to me. So I did this one thing. There's 3 licks in this key of D, and I did one wrong. And my friend said, "Hey man, you did that lick wrong." The second one it's different. It goes like that. And I was like, oh, right. So in the slow down version, I'm gonna do the right one. So the first lick, second lick, and the third lick. So it's kind of, there's both thirds are going on, which I really like when you're playing in like a bluesy kind of shuffle kind of thing. On steroids. I like having both thirds present if it's not like a total minor feel, because it kind of adds this, that's a chromaticism itself if you play the major third and the minor third. And then I do this thing where I go but I accidentally hit on the record. It's kind of neat to know that that was an accident. So I try to do that every night when we play it live, just because it was a cool accident, and I try to replicate it. And then we move to the E part, which is the one that a lot of people were like, holy shit, that thing is this. Starting on the 10th fret there. So you're not seeing my pick. Let's do the pick thing. And then the one that I slow down in the actual video, that thing is kind of what you call a just a bendy lick. I love overbending. Overbending, specifically way overbending. Because if you bend a little sharp, you sound like you don't know what you're doing. A little sharp makes you sound amateur. A lot of overbending makes you sound like frantic. But not in a, say, modern rock frantic, more like even Stevie Ray Vaughan overbent a lot, and Eddie obviously does, and all these guys, all these influences that come into my playing, a lot of them overbent. Now when you overbend just a little tiny bit, it just sounds terrible, so don't do that. Okay, do I sound out of breath? Anyways, the last lick is a kind of a diminished lick. So most diminished licks, ow, old man knees, sound like. But I wanted to make a blues lick do that kind of, well, basically it's. And the train's coming down the tracks, and there's a lady tied to the tracks, and we're waiting for the hero to come and untie the lady before the train comes. That's what that sounds like to me. Black and white movies. So, I took a lick. So I took this blues lick and just followed the train going the other way. And that's an F sharp. And then I do the lick a little bit. And this last lick I want to show you is I sometimes take a photo image of a part, a lick, for instance. Instead of it being a scale, this is how it shouldn't go, but it ends up sounding pretty cool. It's another happy accident. I took this lick where I go, we're in A. And instead of finding the notes that follow that scale, I basically just did it again, one string down. So I'm starting on the D string, and then the next one starts on the G string, same frets. And then the third one starts on the B string, same frets. So the whole lick is like. So that's the kind of thing where I'm talking about. You take a photo image and you just copy and paste, or Xerox vertically down the fret area. But would somebody that knows theory come in and go, dude, that's that scale? I don't know if that's even a scale, unless you go, it's a pentatonic with the flat 5 and a something 6 and a something 13 and a 17 and a 22. Maybe, I don't know, maybe somebody could do that. I can't. And that's it. And I'm gonna show you guys one more thing that somebody wanted me to do. There's two things that I do in the outro that people are like, what the heck? So, one is this. Back in the 80s, I used to do that with the whammy bar, with the Floyd, and pull it back. But then the 80s went away. And I did this. That kind of thing. And then, the last thing was this, I do this behind the nut thing. But while I'm doing this, I kind of pluck the low E string with the left hand. The index finger does the plucking, and the pinky does the harmonic. So like. That thing. So that's the breakdown of the Rock and Roll You All Night Long solo. Yes, I'm out of breath because rock and roll takes my breath away. And see you next time. 1964 Custom Shop SG, volume and tone only. This is the Arcane PX100, signature Philx P90-ish humbucker retrofit pickup. This is the Ant-Man. I couldn't get Robin back, the boy wonder from my son. This is the Friedman X signature head. And let's go to the cabinet. That works in my place. Punching bag and a road case that didn't fit through the door in the house. This is a Friedman 412 cabinet, 157 in the right spot. What we got here is reflective walls. The baffling deadens it, and this surface here kind of makes it bounce around just a little bit so it doesn't sound like it's in a box. And then we close this, and it's going through the damn, whoa, window. Mic cable there, mic cable there, through the window. On the other side is the speaker cable.